Hello, hello, hello. It's your girl V, and welcome to Charlotte Tuesdays. I hope you are doing fabulous on this Tuesday. Now, before we get started, because we got a lot of things to talk about, but before we get started, I want to tell you about this resource. And some of you may look like, oh, that's a resource. It is. Can you believe it? Here we go. Period OKC. Can y'all see that? Boom. Period OKC. Yes, did you know that this is actually a resource? So I ran into them at the library. They were at the library passing out period containers. I mean, this is a bag full of tampons. They also had some pads. And so just having that conversation with them, I was like, okay, I've never heard of them before. But anyway, they also said that tampons and pads are also back to school supplies. Hey, the tag is in the information right there. You can go visit them at period OKC. I believe it's .com or .org. I don't want to mess it up. Hold on 2 seconds. Yep, .org. So period OKC.org. You can go and visit them and get some information. Visit their website. They're on social media and share that resource with someone that may need some support. All right. Enough about that. Let's get into our special guest today. Let's bring her right on in. Hello, Miss Trina. How are you? Ooh, Trina. Trina, hold on. I know I can hear you. We just heard each other 2 seconds ago. Say something again. Can you hear me? Trina? Oh no. Here, see, this is always like the production team. The production team. Can we get some audio? Production 1 2 1 2. All right, Trina, something's happening with your audio. So let's go back out and come back in for real quick. But let me tell you who she is while she's getting that set up, because I want you to hear her lovely voice. She is Trina D Robinson with a Voice in Writing LLC. And so hopefully her audio will come through. I don't know what was going on with that. Hold on, let's try it again. Trina? No, I can't hear you. Oh, now see, isn't it just funny how technology works a little funny for you? Because we were just talking fine before I hit the live button, and now you want to take her audio away. Anyway, that's all right. She will be back shortly. This little string here is not gonna worry me. Anyway, she will be back shortly, and we'll have this conversation with her. So while we're waiting, I want you to make sure that you go and visit her website. Oh, here she is. She's coming back on now. So just give her a minute. So her website is avoiceinwriting.com. So I want you to make sure you check out her website. I know I'm starting a little early with giving out where her connections are and all that. But anyways, you should definitely connect with her. All right, Trina, can you hear me? She's coming in. Okay. Well, I tell you. But anyway, so I want to tell you a little bit about Trina. I ran into her at the Metrotech at the Black History Festival. Trina, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Woohoo! Yes. We have audio. Thank you, production team. I'm speaking.
All right.
All right. So how are you doing today?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I can't complain. You know, it's a little warm, but it's suitable. We can survive. Are you surviving out in this heat?
Oh, yes. Barely, yeah. But yes, I'm surviving.
She said barely. I'm gonna make it through. I'm gonna make it through. So Trina, I was just explaining to them, well, just giving them a little snippet about a voice in writing That's the name of your company. And do you want to start with
Yes.
what made you want to be an author?
I've always loved writing. Ever since I was little, I was always writing. It started off with poetry, and then it moved to short stories. Then, the novel Penny's Perch is my debut novel, and that was my passion project. To get a full novel out. So it started. My love for writing started at a young age, and with a voice in writing is my publishing imprint. I wanted to go the self publishing route because I didn't want to, have to compromise anything. I wanted to put out what I wanted, how I wanted it. So that's how a voice in writing came to be. The tagline is promoting power, promise, power, purpose, and promise, one word at a time. So that's magnifying voices, giving others the opportunity to magnify their voices.
Okay, power, purpose, and promise. So what is your power?
I think my power is in my creativity and in my writing. I think because some people may think of me as like a shy person or whatever, but I really come out in my writing and very expressive in my writing. So that's my power and my purpose.
Okay. Okay. So your power comes from your expressive, your creativity. And then what's your
Yes.
purpose?
My purpose is to help others understand the power of their voices. To
Mm,
magnify other voices, to get other stories out there because I feel like there's a saturation of the same kind of topic, same kind of situations out there in the literary world, and I think that there's more diversity. I think that there's more uh, conflict, more resolution. That everyone has a story in them that and they deserve to be heard.
okay. Okay. So you've been writing since you were a little girl. Do you remember the first poem you wrote back when? I mean, you're only 20. So back when, do you
Uh,
remember?
yeah. I don't remember the first poem I wrote. I'm sure it was like a roses are red, violets are blue type.
All right.
But I definitely remember the I remember the first short story I wrote. It was kind of like a mystery, like kind of like a mystery horror
Mm,
story. It was about this like abominable creature, snow creature. So I do remember writing that as my like first short story.
oh wow. Wow. So did you keep a copy of that short story, or does your family
I
have it kept somewhere?
I I didn't keep a copy of that, or I don't know what I did with that short story. But some of my like poems that I wrote in eighth grade, I have a notebook of those poems. So that was pretty cool to to look through some of my things and just find like, oh, this is poems from eighth.
From eighth grade. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We done lost her. Okay, that may be a connection error. Okay, she'll come back when she pops back on there. Oh goodness, we just having all kind of technical issues today. It's all right. It's a Tuesday, so it's bound to happen at some point. So when she was speaking about her poems, I was going to go into her book, and she's going to come back on in just a minute because I want to ask her about the book that she published. I don't know which one is first, so she'll have to share that with us. Which one is the first one? But let me look at the date because I have two books of hers. From Love Back to Love, and she's going to tell us a little bit about this one. You may want to look this up. It may be on her website. I'm not for sure, or it may be on Amazon. She's going to tell us when she pops back on. So it says poems on. Wait, I can't see that other word there. That's funny. Okay, so poems on the binds that break and brings one back to self. Okay, ladies, or even maybe gentlemen. So from love back to love, this one's a little deep. It was one poem in here I wanted kind of just share just a little tease for you. But her other ones, I think she was mentioning this one, Penny's Perch. And she's going to tell you guys about that one as well as soon as she hops back on here. Now, this one is a chapter book, and so she'll let you know what all that one is about. But I'm going to read this little piece here. It says, "Why are some people blessed with more second chances in life than others?" That just that one little question makes you want to dig in deeper. So I used to be a bookworm, and I keep saying I used to because I'm really trying to get back into it, and I really am. But I have so many things going on; it's kind of hard to do at times. But my love for books are always there. But anyways, I think this one it makes you wonder what all it's about, and so she's gonna tell us. Hey Trina, can you hear us? Uh-oh, now your audio is gone. Well, I tell you, this is now the audio is off again. Okay, try to add your audio back on there. I was just sharing with them about your the two books that I have, and once your I don't want to say voice is restored, but once we can hear you, then you can kind of share.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yes, ma'am. Winner, winner, chicken
Okay.
dinner. Yes. Okay. So you were talking about your short story, and you said you're not for sure if you still have a copy of that short story, but you do have a copy of your poems from 8th grade. That's where you left off.
Yes.
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 Okay. And so,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, and but a lot of the things that through the years I kind of just tossed away. But some things I kept, like the poems, and I wish I did have that short story because I think I could have finished it, made it into a novel.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know. You may remember it. So, and you can just
Yeah.
write it all over again. You never know. It's not too late. It's not too late. So
Right.
I was telling them about your two books. So let's start with this one,
Yes.
shall we? If that's okay. Okay, was this your first one?
Okay.
Was it the first one that you
No,
ever
that's
read?
the second book.
Oh, okay, that's the
Penny's
second book.
Perch was the first.
Ah, okay,
But
okay. So I'm starting backwards.
yeah, that's fine.
That's fine. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this. From love back to love. Is love the beginning or the end? Hmm.
Okay. That is my book of poetry that's about relationships. It's from a personal perspective, the ups and downs of relationships, just trying to be everything to someone and it's not being reciprocated. And then just ultimately finding myself in all the ups and downs.
Okay. Okay. Is there a particular one poem in here that's like your favorite?
I think Keep Blooming is my favorite because it's the kind of like my stamp on like on everything that I've gone through. I'm still going to keep blooming, like no matter the sunny days, the rainstorms. I'm going to keep pouring into myself, loving myself, and keep blooming.
Ah, I like that. I like that. So can I mention one that was kind of like a ooh for me? Is that okay? Out of
Okay.
character.
Yes.
The one that's called out of character.
Oh. Yes, that's a favorite too. That's a favorite too.
That's a favorite too. So I'm just gonna read a little bit
Yes.
because they need to go and buy the book if they want to know the rest. So it
Yes.
says, "You killed me. I'm on my deathbed while envisioning funeral arrangements, burial outfits, who I want to give my eulogy. I race my fingers down your spine and back up again. Your fist is in my afro, picking apart the tension whose safety of remaining intact I've fought long and hard for. Tonight, I'm a sore loser. Tonight, my want to lose is one in comparison to my need for you. When I came to, I felt relief to be beside the machine I somehow knew would be above satisfactory. Oh, listen, I'm not even gonna tell you the rest. Y'all have to go get this book. This is good. This is really good.
Thank you.
And to be honest, it's um what's the word? I think the word that I want to use is to I can relate.
Mm,
Like it may have been high school boyfriends, longtime boyfriends, just past relationships or even just current relationships, and you're like, girl, listen. Like you have to pick your battles. Do you want to say what I want to say, or do you just kind of want to let it be? So with this from love and back to love,
yeah.
what is something that was really satisfying for you with this with creating of this book?
Just knowing that, I wasn't alone, or I'm not alone in the journey, or, to find love, and not alone in the, like in taking those bumps and bruises that comes with it.
Yes.
But then ultimately, finding that what I was seeking was less than what I was inside. Like I had the love that all the love that I needed, all the joy that I needed, all the happiness that I needed inside. I was trying to look for someone to give that to me when I already had it, and I just needed to give more to myself.
Oh, I like that. Now, newsflash, Bachelorette and Bachelor fans, did y'all hear what she said? I'm just saying. I don't want to call people out on that show, but at times I feel like they need to love themselves more before you just try to
Right,
hope that someone would love you, because you got to love yourself before anybody else can fall in love with you. That's just
right,
basic. I
right.
mean, you got to do that. So I like this. Now, one of my other ones, well, I'm like, this is like my book or something, but one of the other forms is the boomerang. You know what it
Oh
reminds me
yeah,
of? What wasn't there a movie? What's his name? Eddie. Um,
yeah.
was
Eddie
it?
Murphy.
Yes. Wasn't it called
Hmm.
Boomerang?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's what it made me. That's what it made me think of, especially when you said out of a dead end situation. Mm.
Mm.
Now, can you tell us what you mean by a dead end situation? What does that mean?
No life in it, no growth, no, no, staying the same, just nothing. It's dead, it's done.
Mhm.
But it's very important that you realize that when you've come to the end of a season, or end of a relationship, or end of a time, you have to acknowledge it for what it is, the end, and it's time to move on. We can't live in death. There's no life in death. So
Mhm.
you have to move on. You have to find life somewhere else.
Oh, I like that. So I can't keep trying to make this dead end relationship work.
No,
It's
not gonna happen.
not gonna
It's not
happen.
gonna happen.
Okay, no matter what I keep trying to do, right? It's okay. We'll leave that
Yeah,
alone.
no.
Well, that's because I think that's something that we try to hey, if I do this, maybe
Yeah,
things will get better, or if I try this, maybe. And sometimes it's just you got to move on. Once it's
yeah,
dead, it's dead.
yeah. Sometimes,
Yeah,
yes.
I think sometimes we feel like relationships can be kind of like CPR. You do
Mm,
some compressions and a couple of
yeah,
breaths, and you're like,
and
okay.
yeah, and that's true. And they may come back to life, but then it
Mhm.
may go back to the same the same dead end situation. So you have to be aware of that. Of that. I guess the part murmurs. If you want to take it back to CPR,
Right,
you have to be
right.
aware of that. And you don't want those moments of satisfaction. You want lifetime of satisfaction. You
Like,
don't want to be, this satisfied for just this one moment. You want a lifetime of satisfaction. You don't want You want to someone that's going to be there the long run.
I like that. I like that. So, what is a red flag for you in relationships? Or in the midst of you writing this book and going through your journey, did you recognize that there were a lot of red flags that you
Yes,
noticed
and
in?
I even mentioned it in one of the poems where I turned red flags rosy. They weren't red, they just little pink, little rosy, but but no, they were red.
They were
And
red.
one of the big ones is inconsistency.
Mm.
Not being consistent. That's a red flag for me. Inconsistency and dishonesty. That's a huge red
Oh,
flag. So
that is a huge one. Oh, being dishonest. I mean, you might as well hang it up. If I can't trust you, then what are we doing? Yeah,
right,
that's a big
you're
one.
right.
Oh, well, so that was your second book. So let's back up to the first
Yes,
one. So Penny Perch. Now, I read the first
yes.
the first
Penny's
question
Perch.
on here, and it says, why are some
Oh,
people why are some people blessed with more second chances in life than others? I think just that statement makes you go, what does all that mean? You want to share?
mm-hmm. Yes, because sometimes we may think like, oh well, this person has it all. This person has like the money, the family, the life that they want, that they need, and they may have gone through a journey to get there, but it's like seems like they're always bouncing back. And so why am I not as buoyant or as why can I bounce back as they do? And it's the question that I took into heart when I wrote the book, and I discussed the characters and the actions that they go through, because some people do seem to have a great life and others seem to struggle more, but it's not because they're favored more. It's just because that's what God has for them. That's their struggle to go through. And I wanted to make that clear in the book that everybody has a journey, and it's just some people's journey will be different than others. You can't look at
Mm.
one's journey as like, oh well, what does she do? Speaking of Millicent, one the character, main character in the book, like, oh well, why does she get to have the life that I wanted? Speaking of Anna, the other character in the book. So, and it's not that she was more favored. It's that Millicent had her journey to go through. Anna had her journey.
Okay. Okay. Now I noticed that it starts off with I love you. Well, you got the prologue, but
Mm.
it starts off with I love you. What's the significance of that? Especially when you just explain that you're looking at other people's journey, hoping that, I wanted my life to be like that, or why is her so perfect and mine is not? So what's the significance of those three words? Yeah.
I love you is significant because I wanted the book to start and end with love. It's a book about love, and there are some ups and downs as in the journey, but I wanted it to be a book about fighting for love, choosing love, letting the right relationship prevail, the one that was meant to prevail. And it all goes
Mm.
back to the journey. This is like Millicent, she has her journey, Anna had her journey, and it's all about journey, purpose, and what's gonna happen next. And I want to mention that Penny's Perch is one of three books, so it's a trilogy. So this is the first book. The second one will be out hopefully by Christmas. So and you'll get to see the progression of the family and where Millicent journey continues.
Oh, okay. Little teaser. Little
Yes.
teaser. Okay. So you need to get started now. If you don't
Yes.
already have this book, you can purchase it now. And then by the time Christmas comes, you'll be ready for the second part that's coming out. Because it
Mhm.
may leave you on the cliffhanger where you're like, what else is going on with this? So what year did you write this book?
I published it in 2021.
Okay.
But I wrote it. It did take me a while to write. The concept actually came from my mother, who there's a part in the book where Millicent is talking with her friend that actually happened to my mother when my grandfather passed away, and she told me about the experience, and I was like, wow, that would make a really great concept for a book. So I started writing it 2011, sometime around there. So it took me a while to write the book, and in between that time from writing and publishing, I was dealing with a lot of death and grief, because it does discuss deals with grieving a loved one, loss of a loved one. So I was actually putting those emotions from my personal experience into the book. And when my mom passed away in 2016, that's when it's kind of like it made me rethink some things on how I wanted to take the characters, because I wanted to put the questions about death that I had from my personal experience. I wanted to pose those same questions in the book.
Okay. Okay. So this has a personal kick to it,
Yes.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And just being able to go through that journey. When you're, like you said, when you're experiencing a lot of death in your family, no one knows how you feel but you.
Yes.
And like you had said from the beginning, your power comes from writing and being creative. And regardless of how long it took you, I'm happy that you completed the book, and you're working on your second one, is what I'm hearing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, I have many more stories to tell, and definitely going to get them all out. That's hence the purpose of me starting a voice and writing. I wanted not only my stories to be heard and to be enjoyed, but to encourage others to do the same. Because, like I said, we all have a story inside of us, that we should share. And one thing I wanted to mention, like I know we met at the Metro Tech, their Black History Month vendor event, and I had a customer come, and she purchased both books, and she was telling me how she said she wanted to ask, like, well, how do you know me? Because the books are so relatable, and they match some of the things that she was going through or went through. And before I can even get it out, it's like, we are so much alike than we are different. And if we just told and shared our stories, we would find that, we would find the commonality that we have with each other. And so that's what I want to bring forward, like to have others share their stories, so we can all, be relate to it and find the commonality in each other and grow in that.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Someone said amen to that. Definitely, definitely. So now, Trina, you're not a native of Oklahoma, is that right?
No, I am not. I've been here long enough to be considered this is my second home, but I'm originally from Northeast Arkansas, a small town called Blyville. So my Blyville family listening, hey.
Hey. Okay. Well, yes, Oklahoma is like second home. I mean, we've all adopted Oklahoma in some fashion, some way of fashion. And we've been here so long, it might as well be called home. But
Yes.
from Arkansas to Oklahoma, to being an author, creating and publishing your own book in 2021, and I've noticed, with me talking to a variety of people, a lot of things has happened during that pandemic period.
Yes.
We're at home. We're kind of, our brains are a lot more, well, for the ones I've been talking to, they've been a lot more active. Coming up with things, starting a business, creating solutions, and definitely completing a book. I'm
Mm-hmm.
excited about this. I'm excited about this. So, where are you? Where can people purchase your books, or where can they find any of your work?
Okay. I'm on Amazon, so they can definitely go to Amazon and just key in, Trina D. Robinson, the author, and they can find me there. The books, Penny's Perch, From Love, Back to Love, Is Love the Beginning or the End? Or they can go to my website, www.avoiceandwriting.com. I have links to everything there. I also do a segment on YouTube, Friday Front Room Flows, where I do poetry. I try to do it every Friday, but maybe every other Friday I'm giving you a poem, And my thing with doing that is, just giving you a small dose of positivity and motivation to get your weekend started. That's my whole thing, is being positive, motivating. There's a lot of negativity. There's a lot of, just stagnant things out there on YouTube. So I just try to be uplifting and positive. I will actually be in the Wheeler district at their farmers market starting this Friday. So they can come out and actually get signed copies and meet me. We can talk and, take pictures, whatever. So I'll be under the orange tent. So Fridays at the Wheeler's Farmers Market. So.
Okay, Fridays at the Wheeler's Farmers Market. And what time does that market start? Is it?
It starts at 6, I believe, 6 to 9, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But you can go to my page. It's all the information will be there. Facebook, Trina D. Robinson, the author, or at A Voice in Writing, LLC.
Okay, perfect. I love that. Now, there was another question I was going to ask you. Yes, about this YouTube. Now, your YouTube channel, is it A Voice in Writing on your YouTube?
Yes, at A Voice in Writing.
Okay, for the poetry night, right? Hold on,
Friday Front Room Flows.
Friday Front Room Flows. Y'all hear? Do you hear what that sounds? That just sounds. I can't get my word together. Is it suave? I don't know. It just sounds
very comforting, very zen,
okay.
very positive and uplifting. So.
Okay, so you guys need to tune in on Fridays. Now, is there a certain time on Fridays?
I try to get the videos up before 9. So,
okay.
So before 9, they'll be up.
Before it gets too late, you can tune in on there and subscribe to her YouTube channel.
Yes, please subscribe.
Yes, we are in the process of building our brand, and I'm speaking for Trina as well. Being a small business owner, I know it's challenging at times, trying to keep up with social media and all these other things. So make sure you guys go and follow her, subscribe to the YouTube channel. So on Friday evenings, you can receive some of that relaxing poetry to get you motivated for the weekend. And then also make sure you follow her on social media. Now, tell us your social media channels you have.
Yes, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Trina D. Robinson, the author, and A Voice in Writing. So on both of those, Facebook, Instagram, and then my YouTube page. So that's my social media.
Perfect. Now, do you do any type of, I guess we'll call them writing workshops or writing creativity types of programs for like the youth or adults?
Yes. I'm so glad you mentioned that. That's where I'm expanding my brand. So starting next year, I want to, create workshops based on my books. So like with Penny's Perch, that deals with grief and grieving. And I just found that, it helps mentally with writing, getting your thoughts out on paper, just getting your feelings and emotions out. So I am starting workshops that deals with, writing as a way of healing. So, with the From Love, it will also include Back to Love, about relationships and things like that. So I'm definitely creating workshops for those topics, and it'll be for, adults. Coming out with the children's book series too, so real soon. So.
Okay. I like that. We definitely need the workshops and the creativity for children and adults. And to be honest, you mentioned that phrase, writing through healing. Did I say it right? I may have said it backwards. Mm-hmm. But that is a very great point, because writing does help with coping, coping of any type, whether you're frustrated, you're angry, you're grieving, it doesn't matter what it is. Writing actually does help for you to get things out on paper, like maybe things that you can't say to someone. And so from a mental health standpoint, that is a great coping skill to be able to use. And a lot of our children nowadays, they don't write like I'm gonna say like we used to, because now
Mm-hmm.
everything is on our devices, and we
Yeah.
can talk into the phone or whatever, and it'll somehow catch what we're saying, even though it messes it up sometimes.
Uh,
But I think it's important for us to write. Do you have any
yes.
young children or nieces or nephews that you've noticed that they don't write like we used to back in the day?
Yes, I don't have any children, but my nieces and nephews, I do, try to encourage them to, just to write, to be creative, because I think writing it starts with it jump starts, I guess, your creative process. Like
Mm.
just writing your thoughts down, even if it's not a poem or even if it's not, a book. Just writing your feelings, like a quote for the day. It kind of sets the mood for the rest of your day if you do morning journaling. So it's
Oh,
all about, like writing, even in like manifesting or doing vision boards, just writing it down, writing the plan down so you have the steps that you want to follow. So I think writing is very important. It's a very important part of being in the creative process, and just creativity, just being productive.
oh, keyword productive. I like that. Definitely.
Productive.
Keyword productive. Yes, because I remember, was it two? No, it may have been more than 2, 3 years ago that they were saying that they were getting rid of um, cursive writing. I can't remember
Yes.
what year that was. And I was like, what? Why? Like, it's so
Mhm.
pretty. Like, why would you want to get rid of that? And
Yes.
I don't know. They there's a lot of things they continue to want to get rid of, but that's a whole nother discussion we'll
It's
talk
right.
about. Right. So Trina, what other upcoming things do you have that's going on? I know you're on Fridays at the Wheelers Market. Do you have anything else in store?
Yes, in October, I will actually be performing at. Let me get my information here,
Okay.
but it's the Stop Domestic Violence conference that will be going on in October.
Oh wow. Okay.
I should
Domestic
have had this
violence.
already set up, but
No, you're fine. Sometimes you got to pull up things. And is that in Oklahoma City?
yes, it will be. It will be the place to be. 06 Northeast 10th in Midwest City. It's a New Dawn Stop Domestic Violence Conference. So October 7th, it'll be 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And you can get your tickets. Let me see. Let me just.
We definitely want to support that domestic violence conference. This is the place to be. That's an event center, right? On Northeast 10th, October 2nd, 7th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
October 7th, 10 to 1 p.m.
Okay. And is this your event or you partnering with someone?
Um, yes, I am partnering with Kimberly, who is with Queen of All Trades. So she's hosting the event, and
Oh,
I'll be partnering with her as a sponsor, as well as I'll be performing poetry there.
oh, nice. Okay, so we can see you in action in person. All right, and are tickets on sale already? I know it's,
Yes,
oh, they are? Okay. Okay, perfect. So I know you probably have it on your social media, so I can probably get it off of there and just kind of
yes, yes. So
link.
yes, if you go to my page, it'll definitely be there.
Okay. Okay, perfect. So we want to make sure we support because someone may
You
know
can.
someone that needs that resource or just needs that encouragement when you're going through a domestic violence situation. So don't forget that you said in October 7th, the place to be. Northeast 10th. That's in Midwest City, I believe, right? I think so, yeah. In Midwest City from 10 a.m. to
Yes.
1 p.m. And she is performing poetry. And she's one of the sponsors, also with the Queen of All Trades. Okay. And then on Fridays, she'll be at the Wheelers Market from 6 to 9. So
Yes.
if you want to stop by and pick up a book or two, you can. I
Pick up
think
a
that would
book.
be.
And I also have these journals that can get you started on your writing journey. So I
Oh,
also have these personalized journals, and I'll be having totes and pouches. So just all kinds of goodies for you to get you started on your writing journey.
oh, I love that. Yay. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to stop by there on Friday. I know I have a lot of things to do Friday and Saturday, but
Yes.
I'm gonna try to stop by there and be nosy for a little bit, if that's okay. So guys, don't forget to follow Trina Robinson with a voice in writing. You can go to her website and support is a voiceinwriting.com. She's on
Mm-hmm.
social media, Facebook and Instagram. Go look her up, follow her on YouTube. Do all of the support that we need and purchase the book. But
Yes.
this would be a nice back to school gift. It really be. I mean, I'm just
Mm.
saying, it'd be a nice, really nice back to school gift for someone that's getting ready to go to college or now I can't say if the child is a teenager if they should read the book. Trina, what do you think? Should a teenager read your books or not?
For Penny's Perch, I think that is definitely. I think it's appropriate for like 13 and up. I think that
Oh,
they would be able to, or anyone who is dealing with the loss of a loved one. Between the ages of teenagers to adulthood. For love
okay.
or from love back to love, that one I would say is more for 18 and up.
Okay, now you heard her do the disclaimer, so don't go out there purchasing these books and they're not age appropriate because you heard it from the author herself of when you need to, what age groups are appropriate for the book. But go out and support. And Trina, thank you so much for coming on Share the Tea Tuesdays. I know we had some
Thank
technical
you.
issues, but it's always something, isn't it? Yes, it's always
But
something.
thank
But
you. I
anyway,
definitely enjoyed the time here, and so and thank you for inviting me.
you're welcome. You're welcome. And many blessings to you and everything that you do and touch in the future.
Blessings to you as
And I
well.
hope that everyone will definitely support. And I'm looking forward to the workshops in 2024. So that's going to
Yes,
be
yes,
that's going to be
2024.
exciting. Yes, yes. And we'll have to connect. I love to make those connections. So we'll
Yes.
we'll connect and definitely get you the support that you need. All right, guys. So you've heard it from here from Charity Tuesdays with Miss Trina Robinson with the Voice in Writing. Thank you for following. Also remember to follow Share the T LLC on all social medias, except for a snap of the chat. And my social handle is Share the T with V. And remember, be intentional, be insightful, be impactful in everything that you do every day. And until then, I'll talk to you next week. See you later. Thank you, Trina.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.